to get on your fucking hands and knees.
I'm about to make wings crawl on all fours.
It's my show. I created it, you
So this video was titled Keemstar's Lolcow Podcast is Failing. I've been following the Lolcow Podcast stuff a lot. As you guys know, when it came out, I pretty much like just hardcore shilled it, promoted it, right? Because I thought it was like a cool idea. It ended up being pretty good. There was some wasted potential, but overall pretty good. But I've been meaning to watch this video for a while now, and it claims to be the entire story of the Lolcow Podcast falling apart. It's by Stonic10, 2,000 views, so not a very big, not a very big channel yet. But the entire comment section are all just on Keemstar. Funniest thing is that Keemstar doesn't realize he's the biggest cow of them all. He's so delusional, it's so funny. He's on here singing over someone talking like a goddamn child, thinking he's a success. A lot of Keemstar hate, Keemstar slander. Well, I want to take a look at this and see how bad it is, dude. Or good it is. Maybe this video is going to be Kino. You know, you never know. What's the purple book in the back? I actually don't. Oh, it's Squee. Okay. We're going to check this out. Skippity Rogan bass, dude. I will play Fnac later.
Say nothing was on manja down was on manja harder. Look at all that she danced to the mother.
Keemstar anime intro. Okay. Pretty bass. Off to a good start.
Alright, here we are again, talking about everyone's favorite gnome, Keemstar.
Off to a bad start. Narrator is British. Already pretty bad, dude. Not cool with that, but listen, if he's got the fire, we'll give it a chance. I mean, obviously I gave Big Bungie. I gave Big Bungie a chance, and he is British, and he's posted some really good videos, so you know what, maybe it'll be okay. But anytime I hear a British voice, I just get put off because I feel like everybody in Britain is either a or has bad teeth. And there's not a lot of in between, in my opinion.
This isn't the sequel to the Keemstar video I planned to make, but this whole situation with the Lolcow Podcast is just too funny. I feel like I had to do a whole video talking about it. Keemstar is someone who has created 5 podcasts in his time, and he considers himself to be somewhat of a master of it. We have his debut in the podcast game with his show, The Bad Kid Cast, which featured legendary COD player and professional drinker Only Use Me Blade. The show had them sitting down each week to discuss the various things that were going on within the YouTube community.
But like PewDiePie said nigger in one of the videos. He did. No, he said nigger. Like he got hit by some ghost and he's like, "Oh, you nigger."
The podcast fell apart when
Wait, I forgot they used to just say it on YouTube back then. Nobody does that now. I don't know who would say that on YouTube now, but that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I think old Keemstar is pretty Kino. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of old Keemstar stuff, but I've gone down rabbit holes of just watching Keemstar's old content. There's this one that's like Keemstar gets roasted from way back. Yeah, Keemstar versus Era. This video is insane.
Response from Air Sharky that said,
this is like classic drama alert. So the context is he was arguing with Era or Air, which was like a COD clan back in the day, not a super popular one, but he was like fighting with them. And it's funny because now he's like sort of, you know, anti-cancel culture, but back then they were around and he was like pro their sponsors getting dropped. Not holding that against him. It was literally 10 years ago, but that's what was happening back then. And he ended up doing a video where he responded to them on Drama Alert, and it was like insane.
"You and your ugly daughter." We responded by saying, "If you're not kicked from Air for attacking a 5-year-old girl, Air Sharky, then Air is a joke of a team. Fave if you agree." Now, many people favored, but the official Air Twitter responded with this: "Get cancer, 40-year-old."
Dude, you just don't get this anymore. You just don't get this on YouTube anymore. People don't respond this way. Beef used to be so much funnier. People used to really let stuff fly, you know? But now it's just like people are too afraid to say stuff like this.
To me, we responded by saying, really?
And I mean, not that I necessarily blame them, because like the culture is just not, I mean, they're not exactly conducive to that kind of thing. Like I've said before, I wouldn't even have a problem if somebody decided to like stop being friends with me because I'm like, you know, kind of edgy or whatever. I wouldn't really blame that person just because of how bad the culture is now for stuff like this, how bad cancel culture is. But this was a wonderful, beautiful time.
I think you might be losing sponsors after my report on Dromler Air as a team. Good game.
I wish things were like this and not so commercialized, because that's just funny. I mean, yeah, like that. I mean, back then, people just weren't as concerned with making money, so they were more unhinged. And the other thing is that like platforms wouldn't come and f with your bank back then if you were edgy. You know, it just wasn't really like that. And now it obviously is, which is unfortunate. But back then, you could get away with pretty much anything. Pretty much anything you could get away with, and you know. Dude, the chat is going crazy. What's up with the towers, dude? You guys know I can't have you doing that in chat, dude. I'm sorry, Jemison and Hobo Joe. I'm sorry, dude. We're on YouTube. But yeah, like things were so much funnier back then, and now you just can't do that. And you can even see me. I'm part of the problem here because I have to ban people from my chat, because I've seen instances where YouTube will punish people if they have if people have like edgy stuff in their chat, even if it's not their fault, YouTube will directly punish them and give them a strike on their channel, you know. And so I just can't have that happening, you know. But this is just the culture that exists now. But back then, it was just not like that.
Another Air member said this, and your
you just can't say this now, dude.
daughter. And then another Air member said, your daughter is a sex slave.
The cancer victim. Your daughter is a sex slave, the cancer victim. So based, dude. So based. You can't, people are going to cry. I mean, people are going to cry, but it's not just that. Like, you can get demonetized, which is like, that's the kind of the line where I have to draw. Because I have people who rely on me financially, so I can't be around too much like that, you know. It's not just me anymore. But obviously I find this stuff really funny. And I wish it was still like that, but you just can't do that anymore. I just talked about Blade actually on my channel. I just did a video about Blade's downfall. I won't get too into that here, but there's some good lore with him. Yeah, did they actually lose any sponsors? They may have. I wouldn't be surprised. But if that happened now, obviously it would be over for Air, you know.
Blade became a crippling alcoholic and moved to a different city. Keemstar's second podcast was called Baited, which in my opinion is one of the greatest Keem shows of all time.
This is just one of the best podcasts like ever, dude. This podcast was so good, and it didn't even last. Once again, I did a video about this because literally everything I do, I have to do, or everything I'm interested in, I have to do a video about. Although this is years ago, but the downfall of the Baited podcast. I expected this video to do better. I think I overestimated how many people actually like Baited or remember it. I mean, 450k views isn't bad, but I honestly thought that this video was going to get like 1 million views, but I think people just didn't care for Baited as much as I thought. But if you go on the Baited channel, the ones with Chad Anything reviews were good, but the real Kino ones are the first, yeah, up until the breakup one. The first 13 are so good, dude. These are amazing podcasts. It was basically Keem as like the crazy, like aggressive person. Tommy was kind of a mediator, and then Colossal was like on the other side. And Keem hated the commentary community, and Colossal was always defending them. He was always defending Leafy, Grade, you know, Pyrocynical, whoever, because he was buddies with them. And so it was kind of like a war between them, and it was really, really good back in the day. And Tommy obviously still does stuff, and there was a bunch of drama that went down that I cover in my video around the Baited podcast, but it was pretty insane watching this back in the day. One of the first podcasts I ever listened to, and maybe the first podcast I ever listened to. Back when this came out, it was a big deal on YouTube, and I feel like podcasting wasn't a huge thing on YouTube itself until after this, because like after this, I remember a bunch of other commentary channels did podcasts. Like there was Hot Wet Soup, obviously, with like Zaptai, Elvis the Alien, and Bionic Pig. There was the trending topic. The trending topic was I'm Alex, Wild Spartans, and I think the remnants of Hot Wet Soup when that ended. And then there was, here's a little bit of a piece of lore you guys maybe don't know. I've talked about this, I think. Have I talked about this? I've probably talked about this. Mama Max, back in the day, he was a part of the commentary community. He had a podcast with this guy called Sinnoh called A Quiet Place for Friends. Sinnoh was like a super hated commentary channel back in the day who ended up quitting. And now he makes ASMR videos on the channel called JoJo's ASMR, which has 3.4 million subscribers. It's funny how things work out. Like, sometimes I'll take a look back at like the commentary community and different channels and where they went, and it seems like a lot of them did actually go places and like get bigger and go beyond the community. Meanwhile, some of them just fell off the face of the earth. Tom, do you think you'd ever do a video on the Del Rey Misfits? Don't know if you're familiar with them, but they have a decently sized cult following in fitness YouTube. Del Rey Misfits. I've never heard of these guys. 80K? What do they do? Gym fail? What the f is this person doing? This is insane. I've never seen something like that in my life. Lenny versus Dale, the showdown.
Acting like this? I think I will, baby.
You got 4 weeks, man. Get down to 180.
You were depleted last year, but
I was.
Wait, why do I know this guy? This is Big Lenny, right? Isn't this like this is like a Lolcow guy people hate for some reason? Or do they like him? What's the deal? Because I've seen this guy, Big Lenny, before. I feel like, did Danknet make a video about him? You know, he makes ASMR commentary videos. Yeah, he does that on what is it? It's like a second channel. Oh, did he do a video with Critical? I didn't even know that. Hold on. Did I just see that? Yeah. Moist ASMR. I didn't even know this video existed. Is this the ASMR commentary channel? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, he did this. He started this years ago. I remember seeing these videos come out being like, wait, this is Sinnoh.
Prevalent, and I'm sure many of you are aware of it, where people
literally
just put
Australian
videos in
filthy
its entirety. Example, who, despite having their very
My free gift card giveaway?
you see, Tomo begins to look very disingenuous, and he makes this apparent by announcing.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, this guy had a commentary channel back in the day that had like 60K subs called Sinnoh. Are there any? Okay, this is a re-upload. It looks like.
When we have conversations like this, you realize how petty and pathetic, you know, some of these, you know, crybabies are. Like, for you to even bring that up just shows how pathetic you are.
Right.
Let's continue.
Okay. I think I just got to say that while we're here, that I just want to say that thank you very much for apologizing. Right? I mean, you roasted me on Tommy's stream. I didn't think you had to apologize. I didn't think it was necessary at all. In fact, I took a lot of the criticism, and I mean, I don't know if that.
I went too hard on you on that stream at Sinnoh Alt. My opinion was true. My opinion was my true feelings, but I went way too hard. Sorry. I have no pockets. It's a problem for me. You should get some. Fallout 3 number station. Bro, Big Lenny loves femboys. That's kind of dark. And maybe I'll do a video about those guys at some point. The Del Rey Misfits. I don't really know a lot about them, to be honest, though.
The first edition of the show featured Colossal is Crazy, also known as Clown, and Tommy C as co-hosts. The dynamic of the show was perfect. Keemstar and Clown would go to war over some meaningless topic, with Tommy as a laugh track in the background. Keemstar would often seem to go through...
He was not just a laugh track, he had input. He did laugh a lot, but he had input, okay? I will defend Tommy C against the slander.
Like some sort of mental breakdown every episode, and the podcast also came off Keemstar's famous exposed attempts from high-level YouTubers, so this only elevated the tensions of the show.
I literally just told you, you
haven't
that I
listened
got
to
it
a
wrong,
word
and that
I
I
said,
apologize,
and I have done nothing but
all right?
support
Now
you.
you're asking me, do I take responsibility? What the?
And that's why this podcast was so good, because unlike other shows at the time, it was literally all just them screaming at each other. It was literally all just them yelling at each other and like arguing and disagreeing, because a lot of podcasts at the time were just like friends hanging out. But this entire show was them hating each other and screaming and arguing. And it ultimately only lasted 13 episodes because they had a disagreement, I think, over pay that just like ended it. Because like they could not come to an agreement.
It's an apology. Is it an apology? We're taking responsibility.
What up? What the f? I grew up watching JoJo but never heard of this. Knew he talked to Keem. Can you explain this lore? I mean, he just had a commentary channel back in the day called Sinnoh that was like kind of a, I don't know, not quite a leafy ripoff, but it just wasn't very good. He got a bunch of was really hated. He left and then he came back on this other ASMR channel. It's funny, at the time, this guy that is his name still Poutine or is it Saku now? is it? Hold on. I don't even know what the name of the channel is now, but hold on. Sinnoh exposed JoJo ASMR. Is it down now? I don't even, maybe it's down. One of my editors at, right now, one of the guys who works for me, he had a video back in the day that like exposed JoJo's ASMR. He was like one of the first people to make the connection between JoJo ASMR and Sinnoh. What was, how would I even find this? Benji commentary YouTuber expose. Is it this? I'm never gonna find this. I don't even know what the name of the channel is now. I may have to ask him, or maybe he took it down. That's possible. Hold on, I might be able to find it. Oh wait, this is it. Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay, this guy. I should be able to find it. He's the fastest. I don't. Okay, this guy. No wait, I forgot I went on this guy's stream. I think on this stream I made some really sus joke. But yeah, he made these videos. Oh wait, did he delete the? Oh, it looks like he deleted the one about Sinnoh. But yeah, this guy, he made a video way back in the day where he like drew the connection. He was one of the, when like JoJo's ASMR had like 10K subs maybe. He did this. And it was pretty good. It was a good video. But yeah, now this guy works for me. And I guess I went on a stream 2 years ago.
What's up?
It's hard to believe it was 2 years ago.
Do you want to get on Toontown?
One sec, my mom is calling me. One sec. I'll have to make like a new account. I don't have Toontown.
I'll walk you through it. I'll teach you how to do it.
Can you read it out loud?
Prettiest what the
I made him read this tweet. I forgot. Can you read it out loud?
Baby cows are so sweet. Cow hybrid Jamin with the prettiest big eyes that tear up when his soft tits are milked, and his voice pitching up high when someone reaches down to touch his cute little, because he doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't deserve it.
But it takes the edge off.
Yeah.
Where did you find this?
Oh, I authored it. This is original content.
Oh, this is your BTS Stan account.
Yeah. For Jimin. I gotta get some roasts. So Thank you, Vincent, for the gift of memberships. Percocet Thomas, will you be my red pill coach? Yeah, I'll be your red pill coach, dude. For sure. You could call me Coach Red Pill, in other words.
Responsibility. Are you stupid?
What I said was,
no,
I'm
you're
talking
fucking
about the
stupid.
stuff
I'm just
you've
gonna
done.
keep talking. I'm gonna keep
talking
talking
about the
because
stuff
you keep
that
talking
you've
when I
done.
talk. So la 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 la. Go ahead, try to talk.
I'm defending you, and you don't even know it. That's
You're
what's
not gonna
funny.
talk for the rest of this podcast because I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna hum. I'm gonna say whatever. All right, I'll sing the alphabet. You are not gonna talk.
Is Turkler Tom aware of Blade and Drain Gang? Don't even say that shit in my chat, dude.
For the rest of this
Stop.
podcast, every chance you try to talk, I'm just gonna sing.
Yeah, because you don't want to hear that.
This is the other thing they used to do. They used to drop the word on the podcast uncensored. You could do it. You could do it back then. Now you just can't. Now they don't let you. Or maybe you can. Maybe it's just that nobody's done it. Maybe nobody's done it in so long that people just assume you can't. But maybe you actually can. La 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 la. I'm gonna do that when somebody tries criticizing me. La 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 la.
I'm trying to help you.
La 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 la.
You are literally acting like a petulant
I
child.
am acting like a child because you're acting like a child. I'm trying to explain something to him and he keeps talking.
That's because no one's named Alex anymore. True. Wait till Keemstar comes across someone named Alex, dude. He'll rip it out again. Sometimes you've just got it. Sometimes you've got to. There's no way around it, you know?
Of the show ended after 13 episodes after disputes about money, and Kim replaced both of the co-hosts with Andy Milanakis and Anything for Views, and eventually Clown would return to the show, with episodes just stopping one day and the show just kind of faded into obscurity. Anything for Views moved on to create Cold Ones with Max Mofo, and Clown started his own show called TBH. Both are really solid shows and honestly better than anything Kim could create. Kim did decide to get back into the podcast game once again.
I disagree. I think Baited was really good. Although in fairness, I don't watch those other podcasts really, but I think Baited is really good.
And with his friend FaZe Banks, creating a Spotify original called Mum's Basement, which I gotta be honest, I didn't really have anything to say about this. The show sucked, and every episode consisted of Banks talking about NFTs and crypto, which, does not age well at all. The show was cancelled.
This is like the last time anybody even heard of FaZe Banks, isn't it? Like FaZe Banks isn't even around anymore, which is crazy because when I was growing up, FaZe Banks was like one of the most famous dudes on the internet. I think the last thing he did was his drama with.
I want you guys.
It was his Tfue drama? Is that what this is? There was like the Jake drama and then the Tfue drama, and then I feel like I never heard from him again. I didn't even know he did a video with him, like a collab video. But yeah, I feel like I just stopped hearing about Banks altogether after this, basically. Just disappeared. But back in the day, I mean, he was like, I think easily one of the most popular members of FaZe, I would say. I kind of like his earrings look like screws. That's kind of swag. Whatever this is going on is kind of swag. But I mean, Banks was so famous back in the day. I mean, yeah, this is the Jake Paul drama. Yeah. This was insane when it went down. Damn, dude. Crazy how times change. And now FaZe is just like, I mean, kind of non-existent, right? I mean, I guess it's technically still around, but from my understanding, the people they took on to try and manage the business and fund it kind of ruined it. Loved hearing you in Nick's new video, bro. Hope he makes more content. You know, I hope Nick makes more content too. We're trying. I don't know what that is, No Name TV. But no, I have not heard. I've not heard if Nick is definitely making more videos. I would like him to, but I guess we'll see, man. Honestly, having a hard time supporting Keem after his interview with the DNB. I don't know what that is.
Cancelled by Spotify, so Keem created a new show called The Keemstar Show, and he said that this would last for 10 years. So he went all out, he built an entire studio in his basement, and he brought in some unknown YouTuber named Salvo Pan.
Has there been any other ASMR channels that had commentary type channels before, like JoJo's? I mean, maybe. Not that I know of. I wouldn't be surprised, but not that I know of, like, specifically. The DNB drama was crazy. Is this some kind of psyop? What is DNB?
Pancakes. And this show was unhinged, with Salvo doing anything he could to just with Keem, and eventually tanked the show. Keem had a new idea though. Something big. Something that he felt like would be a big hit. He'd recently taken an interest in the brand new trend of Lolcows, which is basically just a way to describe internet spurgs. Keem decided to create
brand new trend. Yeah, the very new trend of Lolcows, the very new trend of laughing at people online. I guess it's kind of become like a bigger thing recently, kind of with the Boogie Doc being released, but I feel like it's kind of astroturfed, right? Like, it's always been a popular thing to make fun of people online. I mean, how long have people been doing videos about Chris Chan? Like, I feel like the first video that I remember about Chris Chan was the Down the Rabbit Hole one. Yeah, this one. Damn, 5 million views 7 years ago. That's big. But yeah, I mean, it's been going on for a long time. This is the first like Lolcow video on YouTube I really remember though. That was like specifically about like a Lolcow, and obviously this one was about like the Lolcow. But yeah, I want to edit for you. How do I do this? Send me an email with a portfolio. If it's bad, you're not editing for me. Salvadoro is so hot and adorable. Kabul. What the f are you talking about, dude? What is wrong with you people? I feel like chat is like never normal. Frederick do some good videos. Yeah, I like Down the Rabbit Hole stuff. I haven't really been watching them lately, but yeah, I remember back in the day, probably up until I don't know, maybe the Wings one I was watching a lot, and then after that I didn't really give a shit about these videos, honestly. That's not to say they're bad videos, I just didn't really care about the subjects in particular. Chat's got a hold of scented candles based.
The Lolcow Podcast, starring Wings of Redemption, Boogie2988, and Darkside Phil. The difference with this podcast, though, is that Keem would simply act as a manager, and the show would be focused on the others. Wings of Redemption was an old-school Call of Duty YouTuber and ex-host of the PKA podcast. He never adapted his content and...
I'm realizing I've done a video about literally everyone that's in this video. Wings, the Baited podcast, Keemstar in specific, I'm sure I've done a bunch. Only Use Me Blade, like just everyone in this video I've done a video on. I mean, even FaZe Banks, I did a video about him and FaZe Clan.
And was pretty down on his luck. He was also a constant target for trolls who would often take his old edgy jokes, many of which are actually really up and use them against him.
I did say the age of consent should be 12.
Bookie2988 was also an old school creator who
I still don't think I know I don't even know if I know the context behind that clip. I know they say it's out of context. I don't know what the actual
and the
context
show would
is
be
for that.
focused on the others. Wings of Redemption was an old school Call of Duty YouTuber and ex-host of the PKA podcast. He never adapted his content and was pretty down on his luck. He was also a constant target for trolls who would often take his old edgy jokes, many of which are actually really up, and use them against him.
What is the lore on this?
I did say the age of consent should be 12.
Was that just a shock jock in his words? That was just me doing shock jock.
2988 was also an old school creator who people loved back in the day, but his wife left him and he spent all of his money on hookers and crypto, so his life was too. And his trolling was also very similar to Wings. And we have DSP, Darkside Phil, who, let's just face it, DSP is just an e-beggar. DSP wanted no part of the project though, despite the fact that Kim was offering $50K up front to each of them. The project fell apart, but it was revived after Keemstar's Lolcow boxing match between Boogie and Wings.
You know, we've heard the term saved by the bell, but Boogie has been saved by the shorts. The shorts kept falling. It looks like they're taping him up, taping those.
And if anything, he wasn't saved by the shorts. He was saved by the ref who taped him the f up because he couldn't keep his pants on. Imagine being so fat you can't wear pants. That is crazy. DSP literally won. I mean, he seems fine. He seems like he's kind of chilling, yeah. You know what? I kind of wish DSP the best, dude, you know? I mean, even after whatever silly things he said about me, I don't really care. I hope he figures his life out. I hope he's okay. I hope he prospers, makes lots of money, and soars like a beautiful eagle, okay?
Shorts.
But the project fell apart once again, after some random guy had taken it upon himself to produce the show without Kim's knowledge, and this pissed him off and he just cancelled the whole thing again. But I guess it got revived once again. Kim had brought in...
Yeah, I mean, I did a video about that stuff. It was the lawyer guy, the like games attorney who isn't the video game attorney. This was a funny video to make, actually, back when this happened. Yeah, this one was really funny, dude. These videos did so well, too. Episode 1 drama was really good. It's kind of been downhill from there, but I think the latest thing I heard for drama is that, why'd the channel cap at like 30K subs? I feel like it should be getting way more. Views are going kind of down, starting strong and then going down to 30K 3 days ago. That's not that good. Is it because some of the cast is missing or something? What's going on? I'm having a stroke. Call a Keembulance. I'll get right on that, dude. This video is titled Boogie's Girlfriend Cheated, Not Clickbait. Is this real? She won't talk to a fat loser. Boogie, she's dating you. Your inability to see the irony in the situation is hilarious. Can we all just be honest and admit that Boogie's girlfriend gives off the hills have eyes vibe? He's like a parent checking his child's phone. It's hilarious. She doesn't care about some fat guy. Yeah, I bet she'd hate that. Why is Boogie acting like everything that happened after 2018 was him playing the heel? Him having cancer is not playing the heel. Him begging for money and looking as pathetic as possible is not heel content either. That's just his life. You can't say I'm fat because I'm playing a fat character. That becomes your reality at some point. Something that will affect your physical and mental health. Also, you cannot beg people and act as parasocial as possible and later come out and say, haha guys, I finessed y'all. I was playing the heel this entire time. Yeah, I mean, that's just... Obviously, that's just Boogie's, you know, delusion and lying. I think it's because these guys aren't fun. It's fun to watch videos about them, but not watch them. I mean, there's some good content from them. You just have to have someone clip it, basically, a lot of the time. The Lolcow podcast, in fairness, I watched the first few episodes. They were pretty funny.
And his baited co-host, Tommy C, to take DSP's place and act as a straight man for the show, despite them having a pretty bad falling out back in the day. Kim also brought in a new idea to have a show hosted by Turkey Tom, Some Ordinary Gamers, and Nicholas Diorio called it The Farmers Podcast or something like that. This only lasted one episode, as Kim expected them to do like a weekly or monthly episode with no payment. The first episode focused on Boogie's...
In fairness, that is not why it didn't go on. I was like... I was fine with doing it for no pay. I mean, one thing a month is fine. Like, I don't really care. It wasn't really a payment thing. I think we just, for whatever reason, we couldn't get schedules lined up. I think that was the first thing. And then secondly, I think they wanted us to do a show with Ethan Ralph, and I just didn't want to do that. I didn't really want to talk to him. I think that was why I opted out of the latest one. But yeah, I feel like we could have done more, but I don't know. It just didn't happen for whatever reason. I don't think we messaged that chat in months. But yeah, I didn't really want to talk to Ethan Ralph, to be honest. The guy seems a little too crazy.
His Twitter feud with some ordinary gamers, or Muda, over his comment about his weird young girlfriend. And the second episode was a farmer's episode with Muda responding. The plans for the next episode was supposed to be a debate between Boogie and Muda. However, this was ruined when a debate would end up taking place on Review Tech USA, a longtime enemy of Keems. This sent him into a rage and he fired Boogie from the show and demands he gets on his hands and knees to apologise, which Boogie actually does.
You and your stupid head. Your head.
I didn't know that Review Tech USA and Keemstar were rivals. I didn't know that they hated each other. Obviously, I thought Keem was just mad because Boogie gave the content to someone else. Because instead of doing it on the show, on the Lolcow Podcast, where he should have done it, which is where he makes money from it, he did it on Review Tech USA stream because he couldn't wait 24 hours for whatever reason. I didn't think it was because he hates Review Tech USA.
I talked to you before you went on. In my other group chat, people were like, oh, Boogie's calling into Rich. I called you. We spoke. I said, don't give Rich the tea. Your exact words to me were, oh, I'm just going to go on there and tell him I'm busy, right? So you call into Rich. You tell him I'm busy. He starts.
To say you're busy, why would you call in? Why can't you just text him and say I'm busy? Or if you just don't go, people will assume you're busy. But obviously, yeah, this hyperboler in chat says Boogie has no impulse control. He's literally a person. Whatever attention he's going to get within that moment, he's going to run and jump to and just beg for it as much as possible. It doesn't really bother him. Keemstar saying T feels wrong. That's true, Jormy. Did you see the video Big Bungie made on Mama Max? No, I'll watch it later, though, probably.
Starts milking you. You start answering every question because you're an attention freak, and then you have a face-off with Muta on Rich's stream. The face-off between you and Muta should be on your podcast. That's monetized, that you make money on. You and your stupid head. This is not a mistake. This is not an accident. You did this on purpose. I
like how he says your stupid head. Like, he doesn't just call him dumb. He says his head is dumb, which is implying that there's something like fundamentally wrong and broken with his brain, which in fairness I think is true, but it's just a very funny way to put things. Instead of just being like you up, it's like your stupid head. He's just calling him like crazy and mentally ill.
Fuck you before you went in. I hate you. Fuck you. All the time and effort into this show to help you guys out, and you can't do the simplest task. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Yeah.
This is true, though. The funny thing about it is that's so true. Like, at the beginning of the show, when they were, like, in the chat talking about, like, sending audio, like, every week there was a issue. It was like, Wings, why is your file 30 gigabytes and Boogie's is 2? Boogie, how come there's no video on yours? Like, how come you didn't do the clap sync? Like, there's always a problem with this show. It was pretty hilarious to watch.
Obviously, I up.
Like, these are people who you can't expect to do anything. They can't run their own lives. They can't run their own careers. So how can you expect 3 of them to collaborate together and have the self-awareness to keep their egos in check and simultaneously just get the work done? In fairness, from what I've been told, Wings is the most cooperative and the easiest to work with, and Tommy's also probably fine. I think it's really Boogie is the difficult one. I think the other 2 show up on time and everything.
I was just going to go there to promote the show. I didn't know Muta was going to come in there and pull his I should have left when Muta showed up and said, save it for the show.
I need you to off. Like, seriously off. I need you to get on your hands and knees, have your girlfriend film you and say, I'm sorry, Keemstar. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry, Tommy C, Nicholas Diorio, Muta, Tom, everybody that's even cared about the Lolcow podcast. I'm such a selfish attention that I want attention. I want to be in conversation so bad that I gave the entire storyline of what's been happening on episode 1. Fucking Review Tech USA.
This is the thing. Keemstar, like, he has a very strange brain. He thinks in like story arcs, like in real life. Like he sort of sees like movies in real life and characters in real life. So he has a very like cinematic view of things, which is why he's so angry about this, because he wanted this story to unfold on the Lolcow podcast where these guys would make money. Keep in mind, I don't think Keemstar makes any money from this show. I'm pretty sure it's literally just all going to the editor and then Boogie and Tommy and Wings. I don't think that he's actually making any money. Maybe he will down the road if it really takes off, but it seems like it's, you know, for whatever reason, the views lately are not that great. I don't really know why. I kind of feel bad for him and them, but maybe it's just a thing where people are like, viewers are just fatigued from it. Maybe there's not enough unique content. Maybe they only really care when there's huge drama, but bro got pissed at you when you tried to get Boogie on stream. That was funny. Who? I don't remember that. Or are you just talking about like them? The editor makes the most money. Yeah, I saw that. It's Connor, right? I think he does make quite a bit of money from it, compared to them anyway.
Hey, because I'm so thirsty to talk to someone. I'm that big of a loser. Make that video, you piece of.
I'm sorry, Tommy C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar. I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce him.
Okay, there was no reason to do this video, dude. I don't think he meant literally get on your hands and knees. I remember when I was sent in the chat, I was like, what the f is going on? I remember I checked the chat and I saw it and I was like, what the f is this? Like, what the f is this?
I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry.
Literally begging on his hands and knees. This is like embarrassing, dude. I'm sorry, but you're like, you just can't be doing, you can't be doing this. This is not a thing a serious person can be doing. You're 50. Like, I'm imagining, like, Boogie, I think, is literally, like, my dad's age. Like, I'm trying to imagine my dad doing this. Like, I think I would just, you know, I would probably do something horrible to my father and my entire family. If anyone in my family was caught doing something like this, it would be insane.
Stupid of me to go on Rich's show and give away the storyline.
Boogie was rehired and the show carried on. It was okay, but it wasn't great. It mainly consisted of Wings and Boogie talking about their old drama and trolls and stuff like that. But after like the 7th episode, it really starts to get old. Tommy was a good straight man for the show, acting somewhat of a wrangler of Boogie and Wings, but Keem was unhappy, feeling like he was interrupting too much, and it seemed like Tommy could be fired at any moment, reminiscent of the baited podcast fallout.
For some reason, whenever Keem and Tommy work together, Tommy's always at risk of being booted right away, right? He's always at risk of just being destroyed, which is too bad. Tommy's good. I've always liked Tommy C. I've always respected Tommy C. He was one of the first people who, way back in the day, in the commentary community, gave me any play. Okay, you guys may not know this. Way back in the day, one of my first ever dramas / interactions, I think I had subscribers, was I made this video where I. Or not a tweet, not a video. I made a tweet where I had on Kavos for making like 8 videos in a row about Logan Paul, which, looking back, kind of a dumb criticism. Who cares? Milk stuff, whatever you want. But at the time, this was like right after Baited ended, maybe within a year of when Baited ended. And so Tommy like defended me against Keemstar and said that I was like, you know, a good kid or whatever. This is like, dude, Tommy C. Turkey Tom. I actually want to find the old... Let's see if I can find this. I think this is it. Yeah.
Turkey Tom.
January 7th, 2018. How many years ago was this? How many years ago? 6 years, right? It was January. Pretty much exactly a year, right? 6 years, 0 months, 25 days. So 6 years ago, before I had any attention on YouTube at all, I had like 5,000 subs. Keemstar made this video like roasting me. And Tommy had defended me When was it? Was it this? No. It was like... I went on a show a long time ago. Like, in 2018? This was an interview I did. This is an interview. Was this it?
Negatively impacting this. I can't type everything in 10 messages. Well, then don't.
Okay, we're gonna watch this first.
Hello there, Turkey Tom. It looks like you're criticizing.
This is where the "why is your name Turkey Tom when you're not even a turkey" meme comes from. This is where the meme that got spammed in my chat for years before the Turkey Tom the type of guy. This was the video.
Covers for his last 5 videos being about the Paul brothers. I wonder why. Because the Paul brothers.
You guys want to hear the
videos being about the Paul brothers.
I love this video.
I wonder why. Because the Paul brothers have been up recently. But since you think this is such a fair criticism, let's talk about your channel. Okay, first of all, why is there some cartoon character? What is this? Are you fucking Disney?
Nickelodeon, bruh? Dude. I love this. His roasts are too good. Are you Disney Channel Nickelodeon?
Are you fucking Disney Channel
Nickelodeon, bruh?
And why is your name Turkey Tom, but you're not a turkey? All right, if you really want to pull this off and brand it right, you'd be a turkey.
There it is, dude.
Christmas time, boys and girls.
Oh my god.
That's garbage, bro. What is wrong with your voice? Now listen.
What is wrong with your voice? True. What was wrong with it?
I don't want to be that. It's like, ha ha ha, you only have 4,000 subs. But you only have 4,000 subs! Bro, you created this channel in 2015. How you gonna go criticize other people, Mr. Turkey, when you yourself, like, just suck, all right, bro? Like, if your content was good, people would share it with other people, people would sub to you, and your channel would grow, all right? So how you gonna call out somebody that just got 20 million views and be like, oh, he's doing something wrong, fair criticism, when you can't do your right? If you were doing your right, you'd have a silver plaque by now, bro.
How old were you? I guess however old I was 6 years ago. 15? Maybe 14? I guess 15 or something. But yeah. This was like the, and this is pretty funny looking back, but then there were like all these there was like all this people like defending me or whatever. And then all these guys, dude. Fragmented R, Aromatic. I remember these dudes.
Hello.
Wrong
there,
show.
Turkey Tom.
Oh, there's Saku right there, dude. Still around from way back in the day. Who liked this? Wait, it doesn't tell you who liked it? Damn. Well, I want to know who liked it, but yeah, this guy, as I just talked about, he's the one who exposed Sinnoh, and then Tommy had me on a show a bunch of times. This one is...
The explanation...
Let's see this one, dude.
On television or anything else is refined. You know, there is a place for would you consider WWE wrestling high-end content on television?
I don't even want to hear it.
It's enjoyed by millions.
Dude.
And the millions of people that know.
Well, yeah, I agree, but I don't care about it, so I don't critique it.
Well,
oh my god, I can't with this. 2018. July 17th, 2018. So 6 months after the Keemstar roast is when this was from. Did you used to draw your characters? I did. So yeah, this is like some old lore. This is like a little bit of Tommy C lore from way back then. Funny stuff though.
They at one point bring on a guest named June the King who had made a documentary on Wings, and Wings didn't even watch the documentary before the podcast, so the whole show was just him rambling about irrelevant things and leaving everybody else confused.
I watched bits and pieces of that June the King. Sounds like he is a 120-pound manlet. Dude, that never showed her face. Wings, in that video, I showed my face. Like, it was in the beginning.
I said I skimmed it.
Come on, man.
I skimmed it.
It was in the first, 2 minutes, though. Wings. Wings, can you point out anything specific in the video? Maybe things you didn't like, maybe things I got wrong. If there's anything I actually got wrong.
The only part of the video I watched more than like a few minutes of was the fight because I wanted to watch myself beat Boogie up again. But like
So nothing.
To be fair, we were supposed to have Chris Chan on this episode, and like this was put together in like
apparently for this episode.
This is the thing, like, there's just no preparation going into it. I mean, obviously, if Chris canceled last minute, that sucks. There was a funny little interaction that Nick had with Chris where he asked Chris to come on, and Chris said that they needed to meditate on whether or not they would come on. That is pretty funny. But obviously, if they had, eventually decided that June would be coming on, I feel like Wings could have at least just watched the video. I mean, it's not a big deal, right? I always wonder with these guys how much they watch hate videos about them. I think Wings watches a lot of them. I think Boogie watches a lot of them. I don't know how many Wings watches. I honestly couldn't tell you. We're still streaming quite a bit. Why only 3 or 4 hours, though? It doesn't seem like a full-time streaming schedule to me. I feel like he should be streaming for like 7-8 hours a day. Maybe he's too fat. I don't know. It's hard to stream when you're fat.
So, Keeman demanded that Chris Chan be booked as a guest, his producer, Nicholas Diorio, who was left speechless at how to even achieve that.
And by the way, the only reason June the King happened, I think I got him late because Keem was dead set on bringing on Chris Chan, who, in my opinion, I'm so sorry, is like too to function. Like this person, I'm not even sure they can operate a keyboard, right? Like I'm writing back to them, they're talking to me about Jesus. Like how the do I fit? How do I book a guest that's writing to me about Jesus? I was thinking like, hey guys, if we can get Chris Chan on the show, it's gonna be like an all hands on deck thing. And it's gonna have to be a live stream because I don't think you could pre-record. Is Chris Chan capable of sending audio? Slimy Weasley. I don't understand how I would have done that. But like he's like, yeah, you got to get Chris Chan by Wednesday. I'm like, or by Sunday. I'm like, what are you talking about? This person DMs me. This person responds when they want to. Okay, there's no negotiation happening. If they want to come on, they're gonna come on, and then we have to do it like in the moment, or we're gonna lose this interaction.
Oh yeah, and the June episode also had a sponsor on it, which I feel if I had to watch this, then so do you.
Is it gonna be the Meta PCs one, dude?
And his
I hate
20-year-old girlfriend.
I absolutely hate this video. I really.
Ho 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 ho. No wonder.
I hate this video so much, dude. This is like one of the worst things I've ever seen. I remember when this was set in the chat, I was like, I think I messaged Nick. I was like, this is disgusting, dude. Nobody wants to see this. This is not going to sell PCs. This is like creepy.
You want for Christmas, little girl?
I want a computer for Meta PCs.
Oh. Oh, well, they've got such great deals. Santa can get that for you in a snap. Oh, it's a little Christmas miracle. Now come here, little girl.
Okay. Content warning. This is the worst part. Check his hard drive. I agree. This is the worst part. This is terrible. I absolutely hate this. This is like, dude, Andy and Lele is not 1/10 as bad as this video. Okay. All of Andy and Lele is not 1/100th as bad as this video is about to get. So just like brace yourselves. Put on your hazmat suits. This is like terrible.
Girl, Santa's going to want some milk and cookies. You know that, right?
Yes, I do.
And with Meta PC's deep discounts, you too could get a PC for Christmas. If you're looking for a pre-built PC or laptop, they could ship you one in time for Christmas. But if you're really looking to spend, you could build that custom PC with all of the bells and whistles, just like Santa's got back at the North Pole. And if you use code LOLCOW, you're going to save some money, and we'll make some money. Make sure all those naughty boys and girls at the podcast get paid. Now give me some sugar, baby.
Stop.
What is this shot?
How did the company approve of this? How the f did anyone at Meta PCs approve of this video? This is disgusting, dude. I'm gonna burn my eyes. I don't really blame you. I don't endorse that, but I can't blame you. I certainly am on the verge of doing some kind of horrible substance or mutilating myself somehow because this is just disgusting. This is terrible. This is like the worst freeze frame of my life.
Oh. Meta PC would shortly drop them as a sponsor due to an influx of reviews from the Wings troll community, which, let's be real, was probably to be expected. Keem was unhappy and he fired up a live stream to yell at Wings and Boogie, but he struggles to run OBS for a while first.
I don't even know how to do this YouTube stream anymore. All right? I really don't. I'm trying to I got a thumbnail. I don't know where to go to put a thumbnail in. What is this? Of course, I can't count on Boogie, Wings, or Tommy C to set up the stream. Got to do it myself.
This is awesome.
To make sure it gets done and comes out on time. In fact, I want to do this live stream today so I can tell Wings,
professional YouTuber. This guy's just like me.
And Boogie off, but I don't want to get too far into it because they're not even here. We don't have a Riverside. How do we all get into a thing like a Google Hangout? Because
you just have a Discord call. I feel like a Discord call is the best way to do it. No,
Google Hangout doesn't exist anymore, apparently, and we don't have a Riverside account. How do we do that? Discord?
Keem demands that Wings and Boogie fight back against video essayists and just make the show more entertaining.
Everybody.
Weigh in on him. Bro, this is your platform. This is the Lolcow Podcast, all right? This is Revenge of the Nerds, all right? You got Tom, whatever the
Jesus.
His name is, all right? Turkey Tom comes on this goddamn thing.
Have I even been on the show officially and talked to them? I don't think I have. Are you still a part of this podcast? I thought the idea was that you and Muda were going to come on once a month and highlight what happened that month. I mean, yeah, me, Muda, and Nick were supposed to, but there's not even any real particular reason it happened, to be honest. Why does he hate you? I don't think Keemstar hates almost anyone. I think he just wants there to be drama. I think there isn't like stuff directly going on in the show, and he just wants to stir it up and get people to talk about stuff. I think that's it. He just wants people to fight. That's literally it. There's no like reason beyond that, really. I've met Keemstar in person. He was perfectly nice to me. I went to his house on the 4th of July. I don't think he dislikes anyone, really. He just wants there to be entertaining content. He likes to watch burn down, you know. That's always been his MO, right? Money and drama, and those go hand in hand. I mean, I don't necessarily blame him for that, but yeah, I take very little that Keemstar says at face value. I also just don't really get offended when he says stuff. It just doesn't. It's like there's no point in that, you know. It's like he's just trying to stir. What he would like ideally is for like these guys to get mad at me or something, or me to get mad at them or something, so there could be drama. But I'm just not that. You know, I find them funny, but I'm not that personally invested, really, to be honest.
These are nerds. These nerds write essays in school, right? And then they go on YouTube and do their little essays. In 1994, the YouTuber Boogie2988 got popular because he was fat and he landed in a pool. They do essays on YouTube. They're talentless. They are the nerds. You guys are the goddamn stars. When they come in here and act like they're so much better than you, bully them for being losers. Fight back. They're losers.
Based. That's actually real. He wants to get you into a ring with Boogie. I don't think he wants that, dude. I highly doubt he wants that. I also don't know if... I mean, what would that fight even be like? I literally can't imagine that. Can his arms get past his fat? I imagine not really. And if I punch him, is it even gonna like hurt him physically? Like if I'm trying to punch him, is it really gonna hurt that bad? I mean, I guess in the face maybe, but in the stomach, like I can't imagine it hurting him at all. He's just kind of got like a natural cushion, right? I can't imagine I could ever like do damage to the organs or anything like that. The L from LCP was you all along. That's true.
The next episode featured Only Use Me Blade, who was no longer on
Okay, this is actually a good episode.
good terms with Keem and pretty much ruined his life.
You have to gain 150 pounds to make it fair. I'm trying right now. I'm trying to bulk, chat. I really am trying. Actually, speaking of the devil, speaking of bulking, I gotta go get my 4th protein shake today out of the fridge. I thought I had another one, but I don't. It's over, dude. I gotta get one later. Slim fast? We are not going to be slim. I'm trying to get huge, dude. I'm trying to get giant. I lost too much weight. I was 187 pounds at like my peak. And then I went down, and my goal is to get down to like 175. I weighed myself not long ago. I think it was 173. So I need to like eat a disgusting amount. I have been lately. I had like 6 pieces of pizza for dinner. But yeah, I got to eat a lot. My have been crazy. My have been crazy lately. They've been giant. I've been a big in the morning and at night, and it's been crazy. I'm sorry, maybe this is too much. This is real though.
Drinking for donations on stream. They confronted him on a variety of his past and current controversies, and the episode was probably the best out of all of them, with there being some hilarious clips.
I do not know why. I really do not know why. I wish I could get this out of my vocabulary. I'm not a racist person, but for some reason, in a playful, weird way, I say the N-word when I'm...
What? Dude, based. Based. That's based, dude. I understand this, dude. Okay, sometimes it just comes out. Sometimes when you're drunk, it comes out, dude. I'm not a racist person. I wish I could get it out of my vocabulary, but sometimes when I'm playing Fortnite and I get kind of upset, it just comes out of me, you know? It's not a racist thing. It's not a race-based thing. I don't have a problem with you know, with black people. Sometimes I just get angry. That's it.
I really
That's interesting.
Playful, weird way.
It's only natural.
Keem began doing his own live stream.
Black people, when they get mad, they say cracker. Okay, it's just the most offensive thing that, you know, that comes to mind. It just, you know, lets a little bit of tension out. There's been studies, actually. There's been studies about how people who are in pain when they say an expletive, when they say a slur, when they say a naughty word, it relieves them, it makes them feel better. It's a natural reaction, okay? I can't control it.
Stream show on the channel alongside the Tommy C episodes, which just started to turn into Keem attempting to manufacture drama to create a storyline for the show. The first one was mild, with Keem organising an Only Use Me Blade intervention on the show. Although the next stream, Keem ends up convincing Boogie to go live on his Twitch and strip naked with black bars due to the drama with the Twitch policy change. He says,
I didn't even realize Keemstar convinced him to do this. I thought he just did this of his own free will. I don't realize anybody advised him to do that. I thought that was straight from Boogie's genius content brain. I didn't think that was like propagated by Keem.
He'll get the situation to go viral by having his Drama Alert news team covered on Twitter. Boogie gets it all set up and Keem calls the news team to be ready on standby.
Yo, listen. Okay, are you available to screen cap real quick?
No, I'm in a car right now.
Get the team on this right away, all right? We are sending Boogie to go stream on Twitch standing up because his fat roll will...
Get the team on this right away.
Hide his wiener?
His fat roll will hide his wiener. What a disgusting thing to say out loud. His fat roll will hide his wiener. So we need to get the team on this to screenshot it right now.
And he's gonna put one black bar on his tits, right? And he's just gonna stream for like 5 seconds, like a minute, 60 seconds over on Twitch with a black bar covering his tits. So get them to go to his Twitch and get ready to like at least take a picture. All we need is a picture, and then we'll...
I like how instead of saying picture, he says picture. Keemstar W, Keemstarism W.
Post on Drama Alert.
Boogie is IRL Cobson, very true.
You get a video anyways, because that will do better.
Okay, bet.
Jacking airsoft fatties swag.
Bet. Get the team on it. See it. All right, Dromlert's locked and loaded.
All right, I'm currently live on Twitch. I'm getting everything set up.
Shut up.
Boogie does it, and the situation goes viral. So, Keem, not forced, but definitely convinced Boogie to do it, and used his Twitter news site to report on.
Tom, instead of saying room, you say rum. You want to talk? Is that real? I've been told this before. I feel like that's not real. Is that like just a me thing, or is that like a Northeast thing? I don't know what that is. Oh, because I say like bedroom instead of bedroom. Bedroom. Maybe it is real, dude. I don't know. That's just me. I'm sorry. Maybe that is. I don't know if that's just me. Or I don't know if it's because of like where I live. I don't know. It's not a Canadian thing though. I'm literally not Canadian.
On the situation to go viral to promote his own show. I'm sorry, but am I the only one seeing the problem here? He's artificially creating storylines on the show so it's more entertaining. This isn't real. Like he's trying to make it like WWE or something. The normal episodes carried on up until Christmas, with these episodes just being more of the same. Wings and Boogie complaining, you know, the whole shebang. But at the start of January, the podcast did not come out at the expected time.
There is so much complaining, dude. Boogie loves to complain. I hate listening to Boogie's streams or like listening to him in like a candid format because all he does is complain about in his life. He loves talking about how his life sucks. This hasn't come out yet. The video will be out probably after the Destiny one at some point, but I filmed an IRL video with Boogie, and the entire time I was there, the complaining was like actually insane. It was actually incessant. Like from the second I walked in the house, it was like complaining. Problem. My life sucks. Here's 100 reasons why I should kill myself, basically. Like, oh my God, dude, stop complaining. Got a vid up your alley, The Danger of Looks Maxing by James Sapphire. Thank you, Never. I'll take a look at that. Hold on.
Everyone wants...
All right, I'll take a look at that later. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Internet Tough Guy, for becoming a member.
And again the following week, Keem would rant about the situation on a Twitter video, claiming Tommy C had messed up audio on an episode featuring Epic Mealtime and were too lazy to reshoot. The episode was reshot and released, and it featured Harley as the guest, and it was pretty good. Not as good as it could have been the second time around, but it was still good. Keem went live on the channel, and the subject of the stream was some random Reddit spurg just claiming to be Boogie's girlfriend's DMs and sexting her.
What does this say? Hold on. Desi is cheating on Boogie with me. Edit, I'm done replying to the cucks in this Reddit group. My post got enough upvotes to be seen, so my job here is done. If they have me on the podcast to explain, then great. If not, that's cool. I have lots going on in my life. Yeah, you know you have a lot going on in your life when you say, I have lots going on in my life. I'm not desperate to get on the show, but I do have the truth about Desi, and this is a great opportunity for entertainment. I think some of you are here for darker reasons. I want to fight Boogie, and if he's too much of a coward, I will settle for wings. I have bones to pick with both men. Hello, my name is Trap Gambino, Trap Daddy MMA on IG. Ironically, I came to a bit of fame from being a Lolcow who eventually made it on the Dr. Phil show. Really? Trap Daddy MMA, Dr. Phil. Aspiring MMA fighter says he's being harassed by internet trolls. This is definitely the guy. Hold on, I'm gonna find his Instagram. Trap Daddy MMA. Trap Daddy MMA. Okay, this guy's account. 40k followers, public figure. Trap Daddy Gambino. Celebrate to the celebrities. Girlfriend? Did Boogie's girlfriend cheat with Trap Daddy?
Okay, so
why is it so loud?
is Trap Daddy MMA. Tell everybody who that is.
It's
so loud. Trap Daddy MMA.
Somebody's trying to, I guess, box and lose weight. I don't know. I don't know the guy.
You talking to him?
I'm not talking to him.
Have you talked to
He'll
him?
message me, but I'm not like.
Have you talked to him at all?
I've answered. Yeah, message back.
Oh, where?
Instagram.
Well, you are talking to him on Snap?
Yes.
He's added your Snap, and he's that guy who keeps trying to fight you.
right?
Yeah.
He's trying to get Keemstar to notice him.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Trap Dad. You got Keemstar to notice him. You wouldn't cheat. Tell these people you wouldn't cheat. I mean, she's only got 4 people in her snap. I'm not going to show you her snap. There's only 4 people.
And one of them is him, Boogie?
Says, if you ever want to add me, she says, heck yeah, I do. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
It's Trap Daddy time.
Sorry, Mo.
Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Jesus. I kind of feel bad for him. In fairness, I don't know what you expect to happen when you're 50 dating a 20-year-old. I mean, I'm not saying that girl is like evil, but you can't really expect her to stay with you. Although, why does she seem to like fat old men? That's another question. Like, why is like this? This is like the Chad fat guy, I guess. Here he is in his Porsche. Trap Daddy. Here he is right here. I know some guys and gals who have paid thousands for news media articles and social media specialists just for a chance to have a blue mark by their names. I wonder how they're feeling today. Here he is inside of a limo with a bunch of strippers. Happy for, I assume strippers. Happy 420. What are you smoking today? What does this guy do? Is he actually an MMA fighter? All I needed was a chance and a few people to believe in me. I have that now and I'm working harder than ever. It's crunch time to make history. Tom, if you could get a shirt designed for Boogie and he has to wear it, what are you putting on it? Probably fat. Appreciate the content. Thank you, Nimrod. Okay, he was on Dr. Phil, though. What's the deal with this? Aspiring MMA fighter says he's harassed by internet trolls. Aspiring internet fighter says he can't do 10 push-ups.
Trap says he left his basement in Ohio, packed up his...
Wait, is his name Trap?
Trap says...
Trap says he left his basement in Ohio. Ohio? It's always Ohio with these people.
Trap says he left his basement in Ohio, packed up his family, moved across the country to the bright lights and big money of Las Vegas. Why? Well, he says he's going to make it big time as a pro fighter. Problem is, Trap hasn't quite made it into the ring yet. He blames a gang of internet trolls for his troubles. Now, Trap says social media is crucial to his career, but according to him...
You can just lie to get on Dr. Phil, right? You can just completely lie to get on Dr. Phil. Like, it doesn't actually matter. They know it's a bit, and they just don't care, right? Like, Dick Masterson got on Dr. Phil a long time ago. Yeah, right here, dude. Wait, this is Marcus's corner. I want Dick Masterson, Dr. Phil. He kind of did the bit that Andrew Tate would later do. Like, Andrew Tate kind of psyoped his whole a long time later. Does anybody know where I can actually find the video of him on Dr. Phil? Is this it?
But this
oh, this is
not
it.
the one. I can tell you that for sure. This is what.
So this is like, okay, a little bit of lore for you guys. Andrew Tate, obviously you guys know who he is, Manosphere Red Pill guy. I found out about Andrew Tate because he went on Dick Masterson's podcast like years ago. I want to say like 4 years ago now. Andrew Tate. Yeah, so this is uploaded 7 months ago. This is really old, though. This is originally from quite a long time ago. And it was a pretty good...
You can always
it was a pretty good interview,
but
but this is before Andrew Tate was big, and that's when I found out about him. And I was, like, following him before he blew up, okay? I was following Andrew Tate. I thought he was interesting. But... this whole bit he did with like the sunglasses and like the being like a misogynist, being very dismissive, like his whole bit, it feels like it's kind of stolen from Dick.
I'm afraid of him.
I mean, not entirely, obviously. I mean, Andrew Tate did a lot of work to get where he was. Obviously, you can't deny that, but it's like very...
He doesn't even know who he is. This is a commercial enterprise for him.
When you watch it, you'll realize.
Yeah.
That's not entirely fair, I think.
You have absolutely no motivation to change because you're trying to sell tickets.
Dr. Phil accused me of being here to sell my book, which of course I am. But that doesn't mean you don't have to answer to the claims I'm making.
Dick obviously makes no bones about being a chauvinist, while Shirley has written men off completely. So I decided to send them out on a social experiment to see who Dick and Shirley would select as a potential match
for each other.
I'm looking forward to this because I get an excuse to check out girls all night.
I don't want to ask you what you look for in a woman because I want it to be my perception.
Close your eyes then, because we're driving through Hollywood and the billboards are going to clue you in. I'm going to pick a guy for Shirley who looks wholesome, maybe even someone high up in the church.
Are you?
No, have a seat.
Thank you.
It's just part of chauvinism.
Now, she's cute. Look at those legs. She's got some nice legs.
She had a lot of things.
She's a little out of your league, but I didn't mean that as an insult.
Right.
She probably wouldn't go out with you.
Really?
Well, I mean, if she wasn't into money, she would be cute for you.
Shirley agrees with a number of my views, whether she admits it or not. She said a woman was out of my league simply because I wasn't rich enough. That's what I say all the time. Women are just after money. Think I look cool?
So, I mean, you can kind of see the bit here. But there's another guy that ended up going on the Dick Show. There's is it called like Batman mask guy, Dr. Phil? It's this guy and he pretends to have a mental illness where he can't take off his like Batman mask. And this guy's like a YouTuber now. Yeah, okay, Goose Wayne, yeah. But it's like so obvious that this guy is just like doing a bit, but somehow Dr. Phil just lets him on anyway. And then all of like the housewives that are 50 years old and blown out are watching it and they're like, oh my God. But this guy, I mean, he's a YouTuber with 500K subs.
So Steve just sent me a reaction video, I guess you would call it, to my appearance on the show.
I became Goose Wayne about 5 months ago. My name's Goose Wayne, brother.
All right, Goose.
All right.
World safe.
The fact that Dr. Phil believes this is real was the best part. The thing is, I don't even think Dr. Phil believes this is real. I think he just wants good television. And when you're trying to get someone on every week, I mean, there's only so many interesting / relatable / unrelatable / zany / whatever characters you can get on. Eventually, you're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel after however many seasons. How many seasons of Dr. Phil are there? 21 seasons. How many episodes per season? Yep, so like 56 episodes per season. They're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel eventually, and they're going to get these like just actors on basically.
The first time I saw myself in the mirror with my mask and my makeup, I felt empowered. People take me more serious. I'm not crazy, I'm not delusional. I'm just a guy that cares about people. I have fully embraced my Goose Wayne persona. There's no going back. As a superhero, my day-to-day is finding people that are breaking the law, and I try to bring them to justice. I physically train to be Batman, to win fights. This is my boxing gym.
This guy is awesome. But yeah, like this has just been going on forever on Dr. Phil. I want to see what this guy's all about,
though. When he posts, haters say horrible things about him and his wife, Ashley, who is also focused on becoming a fighter. Now, they have been called wannabes, racist, you name it.
Wannabes and racists. Are these all in the same tier, Dr. Phil? Wannabes, racist, you name it. Is wannabe in the same tier as racist, and is racist in the same tier as... Are these the same kind of claim being made here?
They say it has gotten so out of hand that the trolls have allegedly slashed Trapp's tires, gotten him kicked out of gyms and restaurants. So here's the question of the day. Is Trapp really a victim, or is he just living in a fantasy world? What's really going on here? Take a look.
I know I have what it takes to become a successful professional fighter. I have the talk, I have the look. If I could just throw a punch, we can make some money. I've been training to become an MMA fighter since early 2015. When I found out I was having my first daughter, I started a weight loss journey. I was joining a lot of Facebook groups for motivation. The trolling began a few months after I started training. These trolls started attacking my page. They made fun of my weight. They said it was hilarious that I even tried to fight because I'm so slow, I'm so fat, I'm so stupid, I'll never be able to make it.
There's this one specific Facebook like page that pretends to be my husband. They take all of his pictures, they take pictures of me and our kids, and they just make these fake posts to try and make him look bad.
These people will take my face.
Okay, so these guys are they just lie to get on Dr. Phil, right? I assume. I mean, it's kind of a funny bit, but obviously they don't really care about being. They don't really care about him being an actual MMA fighter. That's never gonna happen. But so now this guy's next move is to try and, I guess, like Keemstar's girlfriend or something. What happened to his wife? Is that just over now, I guess? Or maybe she's cool with whatever he's up to. But he has kids and stuff. I don't know. Interesting lifestyle, I guess. Seems like a wacky dude. And now he's just trying to sex Keem's girl, or sorry, not Keem's girl, sorry, Boogie's girl. He's trying to sex Boogie's girl, and Boogie took the bait.
I'm sexting her. Keem starts the show by talking about the lack of uploads. Keem then gets into the Boogie cheating allegations, which was literally just the ramblings of a Redditsburg. Boogie's girlfriend Desi was confronted on the stream, and the guy would end up calling in, and it was revealed that he'd actually been in Desi's DMs, but in reality, he was just some crazy Boogie troll who had jumped in her DMs to with him and get attention, which is 100% what he got. They also brought in some other guy who had been in Wings.
So I guess she didn't cheat on him. She just added him on Snapchat because she has no friends or something. Okay. Well, allegations debunked / disproven / destroyed / owned.
His wife's DMs, and he demonstrated his boxing
He never had a wife. It's all fake.
Gotcha. But again, this guy really wasn't anybody, and the Wings wife DM thing really wasn't anything of note. This whole story arc was really weak, and it was just clear that Keem was attempting to create scenarios to happen, rather than just letting things happen naturally on the show, which Keem had gotten worse and worse with as the show went on. Things came crashing down once again, though, with Ethan Ralph, or the Ralphameo, as he calls himself. Ralph had been very critical of Wings and Boogie and the podcast as a whole, so I'll share this hilarious clip here of the Ralphameo going off about them.
I single-handedly blew out both of these two fat in the corner of your screen. Wings of Redemption over on the left, Boogie 2988 over on the right. Absolute jokes of humans. No entertainment value whatsoever. And they want
I think I have Tourette's and autism.
to talk about their feminist credentials. They're all about defending women, of course. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Well, first off, let me tell you this. That's always been the Ralph Amel motto. Second off, they don't give a about women. Wings is too busy advocating for underage women, and there's
okay. I mean, this is pretty funny. That's not really true, but this is pretty funny. Ralph's being funny right now. Okay, respect on his name.
Clip after clip of him doing so, where it's not just a one-off statement. The guy is a sick and there's statement after statement proving that. You see, the Ralph Amel didn't get into this game to cozy up next to some fat heifer like Wings of Redemption did and live out in the sticks in a goddamn shed. I'm living here in paradise. You know what I'm doing today? You know why the show's gonna be late? Because I'm going out with my 10 out of 10 dime piece Latina girlfriend to have marcasitas in the Centro Square here in Merida. Wings, I don't...
What the f*** is he talking about? I'm hanging out with my 10 out of 10 Latina dime yet having what the f did he, what is the name of this drink, dude? I don't know. Listen, I'm cultureless. I don't know these exotic drinks.
Redemption did and live out in the sticks in a goddamn shed. I'm living here in paradise. You know what I'm doing today? You know why the show's gonna be late? Because I'm going out with my 10 out of 10 dime piece Latina girlfriend to have marcasitas.
Marcasitas. Can I have the torta? Can I have the carne torta with a carne asada? Please. Please and thank you, sir. Thank you.
In the Centro Square here in Merida.
Can't believe he's recording this in the sky. Yeah, I know. He lives in a skyscraper, so that's why, right? The one skyscraper in town, he lives in it.
Wings. I don't live out in the middle of nowhere. People point and laugh at your existence, you fat. And you know the difference between me and you and this other joke Boogie that I'm about to go off on here in a second? You two weigh about 1,000 pounds combined. I do not. I'm down to 180 pounds. I'm slim and trim because...
In fairness, wasn't he fat until like a week ago or something? Wasn't he like fat forever until recently? I think if you look up Ethan Ralph Gunt, you can find him being fat. Jesus, I mean, this isn't exactly what I was looking for, but this is quite the artwork. My God, I've never seen something quite like that. Some of these GIFs are pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, you can see he was fat. I mean, relatively recently, he was pretty fat. I guess he lost some weight, but I don't know if it's because he's doing meth or something. There's so many GIFs of this guy. When I look up Ethan Ralph, it's literally just like 100 GIFs. Oh, what the f? They made him Fred Durst? He's literally Fred Durst right now. And Jonathan Davis, apparently. They did both. Based. He had his stomach removed? Can you do that? Oh, wait, I found the one picture. Okay, this is like an infamous meme picture, I guess. Yeah. Well, this is edited, obviously, to have Boogie in it, but we can see here, this is an infamous picture. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's zoom in. So the Gunt meme is this picture of him with Dick. Boogie is obviously shopped in here, but the Gunt is this thing that you see hanging below. Now, I believe the Gunt is no longer active. I believe he's lost the Gunt. But yeah, this is what the Gunt refers to. This thing down here that's hanging out below. Gastric bypass surgery. I see. Andrew White for 2. Hope you are doing good, champ. My Margasita. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. But yeah, so that's what this is. That's what this is referring to. The Gunt. No, I'm not sure when you get gastric bypass if this if things change. I don't know if this becomes like is there still loose skin or something when you lose weight? I'm not really sure how that works, but that is what the Gunt refers to here.
Because unlike you two jokes, I have the will.
But I mean, obviously, if he actually lost the weight, I guess regardless of how we did it, respect to him for losing weight. You know, that's good. That's good all around. He has loose skin now, I see. He should just work out. He should go to the gym. How old is he? How old is Ethan Ralph? 38? Oh, yeah, that's kind of old. He should go to the gym, methinks. Maybe he should get on testosterone or something. That might save him. I don't really know, though. I don't have that problem yet. Maybe when I'm 38 I will, but thankfully for now, not really a problem. Show us your gun. There's shirtless videos of me on this channel.
Power to get better. You sit on your fat and beg Daddy Keemstar for an extra shekel.
You can't work off loose skin? Well, what if you just get so jacked that, like, you just fill it out? Couldn't you do that? Like, if there's loose skin, couldn't you, like, work out and then it just gets stretched across your muscles? Hypothetically, is that possible? Or is there always going to be loose skin? Hey, Bay, nice new vid. Thank you, Sneeko. Have you heard the audio of Ralph threatening to kill his wife? No, I have not heard that, Jesus. I know Medicare did a stream about him yesterday. I didn't really watch it, though.
Instead of do anything for yourself. Every time I tune into you fat and you're not sucking off Keemstar's, you're whining about how pathetic your lives are. Well, guess what? You're right. They are pathetic. Both of you two pieces of are pathetic. And Boogie, you got a lot of nerve trotting out this absolute disgrace as if you're supposed to be patted on the back for absconding with a 20-year-old. She looks like she was held in the basement for the first 19 years of her life.
Jesus. His wife used to be Digibros GF, if you remember that. Yeah, of course I know that. Pantsy Party, yeah. Oh, I know. I didn't know he threatened to kill her, but I mean, this is an allegation, to be clear. I haven't seen this. Someone in chat suggested that this happened. I haven't seen this, but yes, I'm very aware that Ralph's wife was Pantsuit Party. I mean, it's just like, I mean, oh man. What a beautiful couple. Truly. I mean, it's just, you know, it's not every day you get something so beautiful, right? I forget that, like, Kaya from the official podcast talks about Ethan Ralph a lot and doesn't like him. Sometimes I forget that this is a good meme. Oh, wait, this is a good Ralph picture. Oh, wait, did I accidentally find his link? I accidentally found his LinkedIn. I'm not going to open that on stream, but... Can I just open the image? Okay, yeah. He looked normal here. He looked like a nice dude. Look at this nice young man. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do nothing. Look at this nice, young, upstanding citizen. His eyelid collapsed? Yeah, that's after he got beat up, right? Do you f with Ronnie Radke? Yeah, sure. He's a funny guy. He posts Keck.
She obviously has an IQ of about 73, and you think that's impressive to the Ralpha male? Boogie, she looks like she would have to be with somebody like you. You're not impressing anybody. Both you suck. I would beat the out of both of you in the same night. Give me Boogie first for the warm-up, and then line up that fat fucker Jordy.
This is a funny rant. I gotta give it. I mean, I can't deny it, right? He's pretty funny. Ralph got a little W here, and everybody knows what happens when he gets a W. Now he's hiding from the cartels in a metal shack after trying to kill an escort. Jesus, is that real? He's hiding from the cartel?
Jordan with the stripper name, and I'll knock his goddamn ass into next week. Neither one of you want anything to do with really with the Ralpha male, because unlike Keemstar, unlike all this other fake and scheduled, I'm coming. And I'm coming hard.
Ralph is so in the head, but holy shit, he is funny. Ralph's threat would come true. Ralph would come, and he did in fact come hard.
You never cross the line, you only snort it? Based.
Over at Lolcow Live, the wings and...
Was he throwing friendly fire? Is he really throwing friendly fire, though? I mean, Ralph isn't friends with those guys, right? He doesn't like them at all. He's not, like, their buddy. You guys like watching me pick my nose? I'm gonna do that more often on stream. This nostril is begging right now. Zombified? They're canceling you! They won't stop till everybody's zombified. They're pumping us with lies. Eat the boogers? Dude, I'm not that high. Well, I guess I am bulking. Maybe I need them. There might be some protein. How much protein is in boogers? How much protein is in boogers? How come cat was the first result? How much protein is in... Wait, I swear cat was like the first result. How many grams of... How much protein does my cat need? Hold on. So this thread on Reddit. How many grams of protein are in your average house cat? Oh, they closed it. You can't even read it. Look. Please don't eat your cat. They closed the whole thing. Biology subreddit. 680 grams. Assumes cat. Wait, 680 grams of protein in one cat? Are you kidding? That doesn't make any sense. There's no way there's 680 grams of protein instead of one cat. That's not true. There might be like 40 though, right? Or 50? Maybe I should eat it. I mean, a cat. I love cats, but like, it might be worth it for the bulk, dude. I don't know. Could someone get me nutrition facts on a cat?
Boogie being cheated on Saga was...
Tom, genuine question. How can you act entertaining but not come off as cringe? I haven't figured that out yet.
Over and all was peaceful again, which to Keemstar meant the show was going to fail. He went live on the channel with his usual weekly stream to once again try and create some drama for the show. The show was absolutely dead, so Keem decided to bring on Ralph Mail, who starts right off digging into Boogie.
Like I said, everything in there's a seed
Your
of
girlfriend was
Right here,
sending
seed of truth.
scantily clad pics to some fat Vegas.
Ain't nothing worse than she shows. I can't help the fact that she is gorgeous.
Well, you know what? I can help that.
Wait, so she was sending pictures to some guy in Vegas? She was sending the other fat guy pictures? Is that real? Was she shopping around? That sucks. Jeez. I mean, they shouldn't be together, but Jesus, bro.
You know what? It might be
dark.
It's your dad should be in the ICU, Boogie. So
Difference is I don't have to pay my girlfriend
I don't
no more,
know.
Ralph. I don't have to pay my girlfriend no more, Ralph. I don't have.
There's a lot of stuff here brought up in this debate that I might not be
Why
able
is
to show.
Boogie doing this thing with his cup? He's like, you don't gotta pay my girlfriend no more, Ralph. What is this cup thing? Does this make you look cool? Do you guys think I look cooler now? Do I look more edgy when I do that? Leafy profile picture? Oh wait, that is him, isn't it? Dude, that's a classic picture of Leafy, dude. Oh my god. Wait, where? I looked up his face on Google Images. I can't find that one. That is a classic picture, though. Do you have to look up forehead to see that one? I still can't find it. It's like a Snapchat picture, though. But yeah, I remember this picture. It's a classic, dude. It's a classic. I'm burping. I prefer this one personally. This picture is insane. That's gonna be me in like one day. That's literally gonna be me tomorrow. This is gonna be me after the bulk. This is just gonna be me. Just got done bulking, guys. This is me. Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is that a lot of people thought this was real. From like the neck down, it's photoshopped. They used like an AI to expand it because originally it was just like from here up. You can tell because of like the textures and stuff look off. And I mean, obviously, I don't think any human quite looks like this, apart from maybe Shane Dawson. But yeah, this is crazy. Oh, this is like the... I forgot. Someone did the, like what he would look like if he was normal. This one. Or not normal. If he just lost weight and shaved, I guess. And mewed. If he mewed. That'd be a Riz, dude. How much protein's in a house cat, though? Can somebody tell me?
So much of just due to monetization reasons, but Ralph brings up some of Wings and Boogie's absolutely deplorable jokes about CP and I guess just a variety of other things.
And that's something Kyle sent me, and it was on YouTube. And because
now you're blaming Kyle from PKA.
On YouTube.
So Kyle from PKA sent this to you. I'd like to talk to Kyle now.
I mean, I'm telling you the stroke facts.
So he
I
sent
said
you
you can't find on YouTube, and he goes, here's some on YouTube. That's what it was.
And he sent you underage porn. Kyle from PKA.
It was not underage.
Yeah,
it was not.
Well, you said you think they probably were overage.
The video was on YouTube?
It was on YouTube at the time. Yeah, it was on YouTube at the time.
Child was openly on YouTube. Kyle from PKA sent it to you.
You're adding this to be sensational.
No, I'm telling. This is what you
What
said.
the f are they talking about? What? I don't even understand what's going on. They're saying that Kyle from PKA sent him CP on YouTube. I don't understand.
Well, you said you think they probably were overage.
The video was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube at the time. Yeah, it was on YouTube at the time.
What was your favorite group activity on Epstein Island? It was probably Stephen Hawking watching midgets struggle to reach a whiteboard while doing complex math equations.
Child was openly on YouTube. Kyle from
Nobody said
PKA
child
sent it to you.
You're adding
What are they talking about?
to be sensational.
No, I'm telling. This is what you said.
How were Woody's eyebrow spasms when you were on PKA? They were fire. In fairness, I have spasms too. What are they talking about? What is this? What is this story? What does this mean?
Keem does try to interject in the debate, but for some reason his mic is way too low, and
What does this
he's just
mean?
ignoring chat, telling him to turn it up. So he's just screaming and screaming, and no one's listening to him. And he just slowly loses.
Can anybody explain what this story is? FPS Russia, not you. I know, but what are they talking about? FPS Russia distributing CPU apparently. Yeah, but I don't think that happened. So what are they talking about?
Control of the show.
Is Ralph just lying?
You would have done the world a favor. You talked all that about. You talked all that about. You're not too far away from that casket.
I look forward to you dying in jail. I look forward to you dying
You're
in
not
jail.
too far away from that casket.
You know who I support? I support Faith Vickers. I support Adrian Blair. I support Amanda Miller.
I don't care.
They continue debating back and forth, and the whole thing is actually pretty funny, but you can tell that Keem is displeased that he has lost control of the show. Keem kicks Ralph out of the call and complains that no one had listened to him, despite the main issue of that being Keem's inability to manage his mic level.
He is entertaining to listen to. He's my favorite.
Well, I can't. Why can't I talk? Every time I talk, people are just talking over me. Like, what the I want to control that. I want to organize it. But I personally thought that
you heard it. He won't let anybody talk.
I thought it was getting boring because it seemed like we were going in a circle.
I told you what he's going to do. He's going to come here and call everybody. That's it. That's all he's going to do.
They then bring on the nobody from last show. Like, who the
Yeah, it seems like Keem fumbled that one a little bit. I mean, you know, ultimately, if he wanted to interject and, you know, he wasn't able to talk, that sucks. But I kind of would have, you know, liked to see more of that. Because, I mean, Ralph, whatever you think about him, he's pretty entertaining whenever he gets on these streams, right? Especially with someone who's, like, pretty passive and non-confrontational like Boogie or someone like Wings who likes to avoid confrontation. When you have someone who goes on there who's willing to just drill into them, obviously that's going to be good content, right? Turns out Keem was a Lolcow this whole time. I wouldn't say Keemstar was a Lolcow.
even is this guy? No one cares about him. No one knew who the he was before the last stream. Wings was not happy about the situation, and he threatened to quit the show if changes were not made to the live show, and he was sick of being called a every single live stream. Although these demands were not met, and from what I've been able to gather, is that Keem was planning to bring Wings 007 on the show. Wings 007 was one of Wings' biggest trolls, so this was a breaking point, and Wings just completely left the group chat, stopped talking to Keem, and that was it for him. He went live and he...
Thank you, Kaifus. If you want to just tweet a link at me, I'll take a look.
Explain the situation on his channel.
I've already dropped the podcast. I quit Lolcow Podcast just now. No.
I'm pretty sure he quit. I think I saw him in chat, in the Lolcow chat, saying he wanted to quit because he was sick of being called a all the time. I think that's what was upsetting him. Yeah, I think that's what was making him mad.
Do my live streams and lock everything back down and just be boring as again. All right, so any further talking about Lolcow will result in a ban from this point on.
Wings is somewhat in the right here. In the show is just Keem bringing on these low-tier guests just to beat on Wings and Boogie for no reason. But I do personally
They added
think that
DSP in the new Megamind TV show? What does that even mean? Is there a Megamind TV show? Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate? This is real?
Hello, loyal viewers. For those who are just joining us, That's me, Megamind, master of all villains.
Why does he sound
Until
weird?
I realized my destiny was to be a superhero.
Megamind is back.
I'm kind of a big deal.
And you're welcome.
You're all so lucky to
Why does
have
it look-
me as your hero.
Wow.
The show looks really
You were
bad.
threatening the city a few days ago. Now you're defending.
Why does it kind of look like a
You're
mobile
crime
game?
fighter, just like you.
You're adorable in a pushy sort of way. Here's a souvenir.
He sounds weird. It's not Will Ferrell. Yeah, it doesn't even. It sounds bad. Who was asking for a Megamind TV show? Couldn't they have just used some other property that they could have pulled out of their? Who was asking for a Megamind TV show? Looks like Paw Patrol or worse, dude. Listen, the only show we care about here is Bluey, okay? Bluey on top.
007 would have been a great guest to bring on, as he's one of, the bigger Wings trolls, and a debate between the both of them just would have been great. But yeah, in saying that, Wings has no desire for it, despite it kind of being the format of the show. The pre-recorded episode they did before Wings quit came out, and it was possibly the last. Wings agreed to come on a live stream to hash things out with Keem, under the condition that the chat would be heavily moderated, meaning banning the word pedo and any variation.
The budget is typical DreamWorks TV show level. Look at the Kung Fu Panda show to get an idea of the animation. Dude, I remember the Kung Fu Panda TV show. I think I saw that when I was younger and it was bad. I think I remember when that was on TV in like 2012 or something. I remember it being not good at all.
Of it, and moderating the Reddit. Keem went live on the channel, ready for the Wings conversation. However, he brings up the allegations of forced drama, which he says he has no idea what that even means.
So we're going to call Wings. But before I call Wings, there's something I got to talk about. Right? There has been this campaign going around saying that Keemstar has ruined the show. Keemstar is forcing drama. Keemstar and his forced drama. I don't know what that means. I'm so lost, all right? It all started with...
Look, no, at the risk of sounding like a Keemstar dick rider here, at the extreme risk, in fairness, Keemstar created the show in the first place. He was the mastermind behind it. He got it running. I'm not saying you can't criticize him for whatever happens on it. He very well could ruin it, but at the same time, a little bit of credit for starting it, getting it off the ground, organizing it. Whatever's happening on the show ultimately is a result of him. Have you quit smoking cigarettes? No, I have not quit smoking cigarettes, dude. I wish.
People saying things are faked and staged when Boogie was crawling on the ground. Wasn't staged, wasn't fake. No part of that was faked. In fact, wasn't even my idea to make it public. It was Nicholas's Diorio's idea, all right? The girlfriend cheating thing, right?
I think that part is true. I think that part is actually real. When you smoke a cigarette on stream, I mean, I probably shouldn't do it inside of my apartment where the alarm's going to go off and I'm going to like make it smell like and then have to pay to get it cleaned or whatever. When I have a house, probably.
Right? We got bombarded with this is fake, this is scripted, this is staged. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. We seen a Reddit post and we're like, we need to get that guy on the show, find out what's true, right? And it turned out to be that. Same thing with Ralph, all right? We had Ralph on last week, right? And I'm seeing all
but
this
it's with the like
Keemstar
super
and his
epic
forced
music.
Drama. The show sucked. We didn't have nothing to talk about.
Smoking indoors is vile. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice though, because you don't have to go outside and you can still have your cigarette, dude. It's kind of goated. That's the thing. That's the thing you don't realize, dude. Smoking inside it's a beautiful thing when you get it. I was at someone else's apartment last week and they let me smoke inside. Didn't even have to put the window down, dude, because their fire alarm broke. Their smoke detector broke. So I was just in there. I was watching TV and smoking a cigarette. Oh my God. You know how many times I've gotten to do that in my life? Probably like 3 times. It was beautiful. Royalty-free Inception music. Yeah, it's kind of bass though.
Ralph has been talking forever. I decided to throw him on and sure enough, it was fireworks. It was fireworks. So I feel kind of betrayed. A lot of hours and effort and work. I feel betrayed by some
Stop talking about cigarettes. I'm realizing I want one right now. Stop talking.
Fans. They keep on saying this forced drama stuff. You know, obviously, if there is an interview or whatever that I think is going to be entertaining, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Like the show.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Keemstar is kind of a wigger sometimes. I like that.
Those got to be entertaining, right? But yeah, you know, if you guys find that forced, that's fine. That's totally fine. The live show, I'm going to try to make it a certain way and make it entertaining. Again, nothing's fake, nothing's scripted. But when it comes to Tommy C, Wings and Boogie on the Sunday show, that's going to be those guys talking about, you know, I like Doritos or whatever. You get both worlds. You get both worlds. But the whole point of Lolcow Live isn't so a bunch of guys that are
Thomas Keem, he was just 22 years younger. True, based. Who would win, Frank Hassler or the Alpha Male? Frank, because Frank is like 6'2", and Ralph is like 5'7".
Lolcows can sit around and circle jerk. No, this is supposed to be a place for some of the haters, some of the detractors to have their say, to confront some of these guys, and for these guys to confront the detractors. That's what this is. That's what this has always been. That's how I pitched it before it was even created. So I don't understand the forced drama thing, right?
Well, since you're too stupid to understand it, let me explain it for you, Keem. You doing like convincing Boogie to strip naked on Twitch and using your own news site to make the situation viral is forced drama. Bringing on these random losers desperate for attention and running some narrative that Boogie's girl cheated is forced drama. Sometimes there is real drama on the show, like Boogie on his hands and knees and the blade stuff, but if there's no real drama going on, Keem tries to force it, thinking it will get views. Even this stream he's doing now is somewhat forced drama, as we are about to see. Wings pretty much left the show because of trolls, and instead of handling that privately, Keem turns it into a giant storyline for the show, which ultimately draws more attention to Wings, which ultimately brings in more trolls. So, to answer your question, Kim, I'm pretty sure that's what people mean by forced drama. People want to see more stuff like the Ralph call. That was good, but your mic was too low and no one could hear you when you talked. So instead of fixing it, you kicked him out and you whined about it. So yeah, let's get back to the stream here. Keem is about to call Wings, but to no surprise, Wings does not pick up. Keem had Boogie on standby, so he calls in to discuss the situation. Boogie starts off by telling this whole tale about his shaman named Keemstar who gives Boogie mushrooms. It was a whole thing in the Boogie documentary. But he apparently yelled at his dog and tried to steal his magic cards, which, a little off topic, but funny story.
He grabbed my dog up by his neck and screamed in its face, my 15-year-old dog, Sammy.
Wait. The shaman did this?
Yeah. Well, he's not a shaman. He's a medicine man. He prefers to be called a medicine man.
So
and I always took this
Keemstar.
Keemstar, yeah.
They then turned to talking about Wings, who had made the demand that...
I hate insane people. I've had to deal with a few insane people over the last, 2 years. I hate insane people. And I'm so thankful that I'm not somebody who inherently attracts them. At least I don't think I am. But once in a while, you deal with an insane person who does something crazy, like picking up a dog by their collar. Or like, you ever meet a couple who like punches each other, dude? You ever meet that? You ever meet a couple who like beats each other? That's a crazy thing to come across. Jesus. Thankfully, I was not in that situation. But I met somebody who had some friends who they like beat the out of each other. I was just like, what the That's just one example of some of the crazy people I've met over the last 2 years that I've had to excise from my life. It gets crazy out here, guys. It gets crazy out here. Jesus. So there's some dark stuff that's going on. That's how they show their love, yeah, I guess. Who won the most out of the two of them? I think the girl.
Keem ban all variations
of kind of funny
in the chat. So Keem does this, talks about how he's doing this on the stream, and of course people start trying to find workarounds for the word P. And then there's also just
What's up,
people
Lil Lemon?
spamming Wings' address. So Keem demands that the moderators in chat do something, despite the fact there was literally one mod in the chat of over 5,000 viewers.
He said he'll come on
Break up? Yeah, I mean, that's the advice I gave them.
this show right here Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
As long as things are policed. I said deal. And you can't say it's policed. He knows that. Did I not ban it's like I banned all these things. You can't even say them in the chat anymore. All right. Now, again, the Reddit, I didn't do much on the Reddit, but what is over on the Reddit that needs to be deleted or banned, right?
Oh.
You know, guys, listen.
I don't understand why the chat makes them so mad, really. That's what I don't understand. I mean, obviously, like, if there's, like, a lot of egregious TOS stuff in chat, you want to ban it, but I don't know. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. As long as the show's making money, like, who cares what chat does? Chat is just a slight nuisance, you know? I mean, I guess obviously for someone like Wings or Boogie who are really affected by like internet comments, they're going to be really upset about it. But I don't know. When you're online, when it's your job, you have to be able to develop a thick skin. When I see people being, you know, mean to me or criticizing me or whatever, if it's valid criticism, usually I'll read it and be like, oh, that's quite right. I should probably, you know, drop whatever ego I have around this subject and just like incorporate that into myself. But if someone's being just like a dick, like you just ignore it. You know, you just ignore it. I mean, even acknowledging it on the show is kind of a bad thing because it just encourages that kind of stuff if you really want to stop it. Although maybe Keem doesn't really want to stop it. He just wants to have drama around it from the other people. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of dumb to take chat too seriously. You have to just become numb to it, okay? The viewers are just numbers. They're just pawns to be used to make yourself more rich, to make yourself more famous, to make yourself more awesome. Don't take it personally. In the words of Keemstar, F the fans. I only do this show for money. Obviously, this was a joke, but
I think it's funny. I've been laughing for the last hour that your mom died of cancer. I don't give a f about any of you. I am in this for your money and your money only. That's all I care about. All right? I only do this show for money. That's it. All right? I don't do it to entertain people. That's just a scam. I don't give a about any of you. I really hope you die of cancer. I hate every single one of you.
Based.
The fans.
You can see one in there. This is someone recording.
No sarcasm. No joking. The fans. Thank you.
Blog TV. 600 viewers back then.
I see there's a lot of debate. You know, is he joking? Is he being sarcastic or whatever? Of course I'm joking. You know what I mean? Like, cancer is a horrible thing. But it's not horrible enough. What I really mean is I hope you get cancer, and I hope you live the last month of your life every single day, gasping for a breath of air and living with the worst, horrible pain of your life.
Base. That's how I feel about you guys.
Are you excited about the new Lolcow Live that's going to be like censored, right? That's going to be completely censored. Like
he's saying in chat right now, there's somebody who's been calling him a over the last 30 minutes. They're just using a different word. They're using PDF, or they're using PEDO or P. Like, you got to block more than just one word. You got to block all variations of that word to at least discourage it. Also, somebody's posting an address in here.
Guys,
I think they're posting his address and shit in here.
Ban them.
Like, there's some of this shit. I'm not a moderator, am I?
Moderators, ban the people saying bad words.
I need to learn to hate like Keemstar. You can, dude. You can learn to hate like Keemstar. It's doable. But it's going to take a lot of practice. It's going to take a lot of time. You're going to have to put a lot of effort into it. But you can learn to hate like Keemstar. It's possible. Keem's funny, though. Who's actually mad? I mean, the video is basically about how this guy thinks that Keem, like, destroyed his own podcast, right?
Keem starts to panic about Wings flaking on the show, so he tries to please Wings by turning the chat to members only, meaning you've got to pay $10 USD to talk now.
So he's showing me the chat and a bunch of bad things being said. All right,
Yeah.
fine. I got to do this, guys. I have no choice.
He pleads more with Wings to come on, claiming he's a busy man and had no time to moderate the negativity that was coming in towards him. Wings then texts Keem and says that he's not coming. This all feels very reminiscent of PKA. He tries to bring some more YouTubers on the show and adds Review Tech USA, Rich, and Nicholas Diorio. Rich joins the call, but Nick does not, and instead adds a Spurg to the call while Keem gets up.
Let's go. What's up, everyone? It's Smaggle Dagger in this house, and I see Keemstar's not even here.
Shout out Smaggle. He's truly made it, dude. He made it out the hood with this one.
So that's really funny.
Who the
That's really funny.
Daggle.
Yo,
Who
what's
the
up,
fuck-
everyone? It's Smaggle Dagger.
Yo, shut the up a second. Jesus Christ.
Hey, you guys wanted content? Here's the content. This isn't fake drama. This is all real. Dude, the show is awful, and it's not Wayne's fault. It's Keem's. Keem is the whole problem with Lolcow Podcast. Is Keemstar. It is not Wings. I am thankful. I am thankful that Keemstar, I am thankful that Wings is not here. I am so thankful because it's giving us the Keemstar downfall.
Do you listen? I got a question for you. Do you do ASMR videos?
Sully became
shut the f up. Like, can you quit already? Can you quit?
Jesus, I forgot he doesn't like Rich. I forgot Smaggle actually hates Rich.
Content already, dude. You're so boring, dude. You are so boring. Stop streaming. Fuck your wife or something, dude. I don't know, dude.
This is fair.
Base.
Do me next.
Yeah,
No.
Let's
No,
do
Buggy.
became a member.
Buggy, you're just not funny. You're just a pathetic waste of space, dude.
Thank you. All right. Well,
Whatever.
Nick
Just-
said creative.
I got a question for you.
I just want to know why.
What the f even is this show at this point? Keem then thinks Wings is going to be coming on, and he gets all set and ready for it. And then Wings texts Keem and says he's not
love his
home,
accent.
which sends him into a...
Is that what we call a speech impediment, an accent? Alan says there's always something going down with Keem. I mean, yeah, to varying degrees. He keeps it entertaining, for sure. We do appreciate that.
complete milk.
Yeah, I love Smaggle's accent, too. I love his accent. It's
Down.
very exotic.
All the work and effort. He said, I'm not even home.
Well, tell him to join by voice. He's got a phone in his hand.
Yeah, it's not like...
What the? What is happening? I'm not even home. What the is I'm not even home? Bro, I need a minute. I need a minute. I need a minute. I need a minute. Talk to these guys. I need a minute.
But yeah, I don't...
Boogie's veneers are so white. The accent's from taste. Very ethnic, very exotic, dude. I love when a girl sounds like Smaggle Daggle. Just gets me rock hard.
I don't think anybody, I don't think this audience understands what it's like to do this show. What it's like to try to do this show. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it at all. The I have to go through just to make sure that there's a episode out or this happens or this person's there. And then at the same time, right, you have the audience saying Keemstar is doing forced drama, whatever the that means. Does this look forced to you? There's drama every single day. Someone doesn't do this, someone doesn't do that. Somebody up their audio. Somebody agrees to come on a live show. 6,000 people here, and the guy doesn't come. Then I think I get him to come, and I think he's coming in, and he's not even. Does it forced to you? Is it forced? Is it forced? You try anyone.
He's so animated. I've never seen somebody's limbs move that fast, dude. He's just going so fast. He's going so quick. He's like a cartoon.
If you saying forced drama,
are you Disney Channel Nickelodeon, bruh?
To do my job. Try to make this show.
He feels like a washing machine. Yeah, the washing machine allegations are true.
Reality. Try to deal with these assholes and see if there isn't drama every single day. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
I'd like to thank Richard's 0445 for $5. Thank you very much. Subscribe.
Richard the Pedo.
Forced drama. Wings then calls into the show. However, it was not Wings. Wings had pathetically sent his wife on the show to fight the battle for him.
What?
Yeah, kidding. On stream or off stream, Wings?
On stream.
Have coffee on everybody.
Who is this?
It's the best part of Wings.
Oh, it's Kelly?
Why do they talk in such an autistic way? The best part of Wings. Wings is married? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Kelly, what's going on? Why is he not coming on?
I was supposed to tell you that there is no happy medium. That's it.
Imagine telling your wife, go tell Keemstar there's no happy medium. I was doing all shot jock. It was all shot jock. Age of consent should not be 12. It was all shot jock, and there is no happy medium. All right? I just can't take this no more, man. I just can't take this. What a Weasley little liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. Holy dude. Holy dude. Still lying to his audience. Holy dude.
That's what I was supposed to tell you.
Kelly, come on. Well, he's got to come on to talk about it.
Dude, I told him he needed...
There is no happy medium. Tell Keemstar there is no happy medium. I will not talk to him. I will not talk to him. I will not get on stream with him. There is no happy medium.
To go.
We have 6,000 people here, Kelly. Come on.
Dude, like, I don't think you understand there is no happy medium because, dude, his trolls, I don't like talking about that because it gives them too much clout.
Okay.
But, like, they're insane.
Okay, Kelly, we'll meet him like 75% of the way.
What's 75% of the way?
I don't know. We got to talk about it. That's why I want him to get in here and explain what needs to be done.
Okay. So what's that? Okay. So give me an idea of what you think 75% of the way is.
I don't know. I'm sure he's going to want like a million things banned and the Discord, or excuse me, the Reddit to be like super moderated. And I can meet him about 75% of the way. So can he get on and at least talk about it? I need to understand what he wants, like fully understand what he wants.
So
it's like a child. Like you can't even talk to the guy you need to deal with. You're a 35-year-old man. Just talk to Keemstar. Like just have a phone call. He can't hurt you through the phone.
like the troll comments that are
Is it that big of a deal?
completely false need to be gone, all gone. Like that crap.
Lord Thrush super chatted $100. Wings grow some thick skin like me, Tucker. Screw what people say about you. No one believes the trolls anyway. Be a man and keep this podcast going.
They're blocked on the channel. Like you can't go type P on the channel. You won't even show up.
Yeah, but what she's saying, what he's saying is that
guys, she can't hear you.
Oh, that's right. Okay, shut up.
What would you?
This is so awkward. I hate this call. I hate this.
You're giving them and giving them unrelenting restraint. The person that I isolate.
Wings gets on the call and explains his issue.
Okay, so Wings actually gets on, Jesus. That segment was a little long. I feel like it didn't need to be quite that long, but at least we're getting it eventually, right?
At this point, I feel like I could solve.
Did you get Christian, Daniel Larson, and Low Tier God? That would be fire. I heard Larson got arrested the other day. I know World of T-Shirts got arrested. Did Larson get arrested too? That did happen, right? Recently, I think. There's a bunch of videos. Is the bank one the most recent thing? Can anybody tell me?
Problem in the Middle East. Ladies and gentlemen.
You know, he got arrested at like an Olive Garden recently.
I mean, it is the one, the only Jordy Jordan.
Hello! Jordy, thanks for joining us.
So I've been swatted 5 times. I've had ATF run through my house. I've had all my electronics confiscated.
Thank you, Wings. You really are the best part of the show.
I've been harassed by the New York Times, multiple media.
I've lost numerous, probably tens of thousands of dollars through sponsorships and stuff like deals that just doesn't want to happen. I have no ability to use stuff like Stream Elements, Streamlabs, and things like that. And all this is propagated by the stuff that you're wanting to let run rampant in chat because you want another 30 or 40 viewers. Because there's only 30 or 40 viewers that are doing this, right? These are incels. These are people that, even their father struggles to love them, right? And like all the effort that you put toward it was to ban 6 words and ignore the subreddit completely.
Okay, well, I don't really know how to.
And then you automatically took that, like, because I stated to you specifically, like, when subreddit and the chat is policed, I'll come on. And you took that as me agreeing to come on. That was a you bad. Before I started Lolcow Live, my troll channels were almost dead, and I had basically smothered them out. I gave them no content. I didn't mention them. I gave them nothing to click or get excited about, and they got bored, and they kind of moved on. But since I started Lolcow, all my big haters have came back. 7-month hiatuses have came back and started making videos again.
That's actually a pretty fair concern, and this is what I was talking about the other day. Like, if the negatives of the Lolcow podcast, which, keep in mind, I mean, the show obviously, it can endear those on a little bit, but you can only endear them so much. Obviously, a big point behind the audience watching it and behind Keemstar having these people on is to make fun of them and get the negative moments. It's hard to blame someone like Wings, who he's right. Like, he kind of was seen in a positive light for a while. People laid off him. He was seen as like he was on like a redemption arc, basically, right? People hated him less. I think one of his biggest trolls, not Wings 007, one of the other dudes. I think one of them got caught for like swatting him and ended up leaving the internet entirely. So I'm pretty sure that Wings was like kind of well liked for a little while, and then apparently because of the show, the hatred came back, the trolls came back, they came out of retirement to shit on him, and so it's not really, it's not really surprising that he's getting in again, and it's not really surprising that he doesn't love the show so much. Boogie has kind of always been the same. He's never really managed to save himself or anything, but Wings, I think, was kind of on an upward trajectory. People were starting to like him again. I remember talking to YouTubers just a few months ago, and they were saying, like, I kind of like Wings, actually. He's not that bad. And now if this show is kind of destroying that goodwill again or making the trolls be emboldened, then it's hard to really blame Wings for not wanting to be on anymore,
Yeah, but that's because you're becoming relevant again.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Keep that on.
Tommy looks dead inside. I mean, being around these guys, he probably is.
Exactly right.
No amount of money.
Mr. Beast is dead. Damn. Very sad. Can I get some hashtag Beast, hashtag Mr. Beast down, hashtag bust down for Mr. Beast, hashtag Beast dead, hashtag sad Mr. Beast in chat, guys?
On Earth.
Rest in peace to a real brother.
Can I just?
Yeah.
Rest in power.
The show, right? Like, you guys, do you really get this? Like, I have to call Connor, and I got to deal with Connor about certain edits and how this gets done, and this short has to be done, and this has to be done, and then I have to deal with you guys sending in audio clips that don't work. And then I got to organize to get everybody on the show. Plus, I got to come up with topics for the show that we're going to talk about, or potential guests that we're going to bring on. I have a lot on my plate for this show, and I think
Rest in Beast, true.
maybe besides the editor, I might be doing the most for the show. Like, I clocked one week
Busted
doing
down
hours,
for
and I
Mr.
did
Beast.
12 hours.
Breaking Beastaman. I love Breaking Beastaman.
A single week into the show.
I'm looking at the shorts right now. The last short, let's see, because like that was the last short was a month ago.
After working out their problems, Wings brings up the point that the shorts are not being done and the episodes are not being posted to Spotify. So Keem turns his attention to the editor Connor, who was responsible for it and also making the most out of anyone on the show. So it appeared that Keem was able to pull through and save the show.
I actually messaged Connor about this today because I sent him this short where Keem was just complaining about the editor not posting stuff to Spotify, and then Connor was like, "Oh, I made that short myself." He edited a short about how he doesn't edit shorts.
Like, you guys, do you really get this? Like, I have to call Connor, and I got to deal with Connor about certain edits and how this gets done, and the short has to be done.
Thank you, Oz. True. Rest in Beast.
And this has to be done. And then I have to deal with you guys sending in audio clips that don't work. I have a lot on my plate for this show. And I think maybe besides the editor, I might be doing the most for the show.
I'm looking at the shorts right now. The last short was a month ago. We also haven't been updating ourselves on Spotify. We don't have any kind of like Google Documents. We don't have any kind of like ideas pipeline or anything of like that nature. Everything has been running off the cuff.
No offense, Connor makes good money. I think Connor can be helping us get it up.
Connor makes the best money on the show. That's the problem.
100%. Connor makes way more money than the rest of us. So I think Connor can find it in his day to maybe upload this to Spotify. I think that's a thing he could probably do.
True.
I didn't know this was
That's
not happening. Connor is supposed to be putting it on Spotify. Connor is supposed to be doing shorts. I had no idea it wasn't being done for a month.
I keep forgetting to tell you, honestly. Like every time I call
This is the other problem. None of them tell him.
I forgot to tell you.
None of them communicate anything. None of them tell anyone anything. There's no, these guys, I mean, they just don't really know how to run anything, right? That's part of why their career is kind of tanked, because they're just not very, you don't have to be the most professional for YouTube, but like showing up on time to, or like sending someone a message when something isn't working is a pretty low bar that they seem to have a hard time passing.
For another week, but I doubt it will be long before there is more conflict. This whole situation here...
In fairness, the conflict is what makes the show good in the first place. It can also tank it, but the reason people watch is because of the conflict, right?
...is ridiculous. Both Wings and Keem are in the wrong here. Wings expects too much, and still after all this time does not understand the fact that the more attention he gives to trolls, exactly like this, is just gonna make it worse. Keemy's also in the wrong. The way he tries to dramatize the show. Sometimes it's funny, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it just goes too far. I love and hate the Lolcow Podcast. The show as a whole is kind of weak, but seeing this whole saga unfold has been pretty amusing. It definitely has potential, and I'm interested to see where it goes, but I fear it's a matter of time before Keem or Wings tank the entire thing, which I feel like we were pretty close to.
Boogie2988 and Eugenia Cooney are two sides of the same coin. Base.
This saga.
Can somebody get Eugenia Cooney a protein shake and some Tren?
Like we spoke about in the last video, Keem was the real Lolcow all along. I hope you all enjoyed this video. The third Keemstar video will be about Keemstar's brand new news company reporting on UFO sightings. So, my name's been Stonic10. Have a good one.
Is that real? He has a UFO sighting thing? Is that real? Okay, well, pretty good video from Stonic10. I liked it quite a bit. And be sure to become a member. For $5 a month, they get the members-only podcasts and exclusive videos that only members get. Thanks so much for your support.